What's going on, guys? Legit MHX here, back with another video, and this video is not gonna be about Spider-Man PS4, but it will be a video about a topic or a game that I did cover a while back, and that game is being Ratchet & Clank. Now, for those subscribers that do still watch me, I basically did Ratchet & Clank like at the beginning of my channel. My channel pretty much started based off of Ratchet & Clank, and that's what I did until pretty much until E3 2016, when we did get the Spider-Man PS4 trailer. Then I did more Spider-Man, and then eventually stopped Ratchet & Clank because the game was pretty much over. But I have another video regarding Ratchet & Clank, and I will always do Ratchet & Clank. If there is ever a new Ratchet & Clank game, I will 150% cover it, always. And basically, we have our first indication or possibility that we might actually have a future Ratchet & Clank game in development, and maybe, we don't know, maybe being announced soon. Basically, what I've seen over the time from Insomniac, I've been closely following Insomniac on their Twitter, and I've been pretty much seeing every single tweet they've made, and looking and pretty much like thinking about like what they're doing and stuff like that. Now, for those that do not know, Spider-Man PS4 was or is being developed by Insomniac, by pretty much their biggest, as of now, their biggest developing team. So pretty much like the majority of the studio is working on Insomniac, and this is the biggest developing team they've ever had for a single game. Now, that doesn't particularly mean that it's their entire development team is only working on this, because we did know that the VR games, the VR studios that work on their VR games they're separate from the developing team that's making the Spider-Man game, pretty much. So, and also, when I made one of my videos about whether or not we're gonna see a Ratchet & Clank sequel, at that time, I believed that there was only one studio for Insomniac. However, a lot of people did confirm, and I did find out myself, that there is more than one studio. I believe there is 2 actual studio locations of Insomniac games. So, yeah, I pretty much said that we're not going to be getting a Ratchet & Clank game anytime soon because of Spider-Man PS4. But that is not 100% true, because there is more than one studio, and there could definitely be someone working on it. And now, why I think 99%, okay, 90, I'll say 90, because 99 is going a bit too far, but 90% I believe there is a Ratchet & Clank game in the works. At what stage it's in of development, maybe it's not even being developed, maybe it's still in preparation and them still thinking about the game, but I feel like they are planning and thinking, and they are going to be pursuing another Ratchet & Clank game. Why I think this is because of what Insomnia Games has been tweeting. Basically, we have three or four tweets that I do want to go over. Basically, people have always and always will be asking always asking Insomnia Games about future sequels to games that they've already made. People have asked about Spyro Remastered, people have asked about Sunset Overdrive 2, Sunset Overdrive sequels, and obviously people have asked about Ratchet & Clank and where the series is going and what's going to be the next Ratchet & Clank game. So, basically, when people ask about Spyro, they say pretty much like that they're not making anything and they don't have any plans, basically. So we do have a tweet, you guys should be seeing it on screen. Gaming Homie said, so you, Insomniac Games, so you just ignore my question about Spyro, that's cool. I mean, I think you asked about, are you guys going to remaster Spyro? Insomniac replies, no, but we didn't see it over the weekend. Spyro is owned and controlled by Activision. Anything there is up to them. So basically, there's also been other tweets. They are not in the development of any Spyro game. They always say it's always up to Activision. You can ask Activision and all that stuff. Activision owns Spyro, and they cannot remaster it even if they want to. They cannot do any sequels if they want to. It's all up to Activision. That's what their response has been. Also, to people asking about Sunset Overdrive, you guys should be again seeing the tweet on the screen. Timo Torres said, at Insomniac Games, will Sunset Overdrive be on PS4? Sure, the game came out long ago, but still it would be nice to see it on the PS4 system. And Insomniac said the original game is exclusive to Xbox One. And Jimmy Rose said, what do you mean original game is exclusive to Xbox One? The wording sounds like a multi-plat sequel. and Insomniac Games, nothing more than the Sunset Overdrive is exclusive. I mean, nothing more than Sunset Overdrive is exclusive. No sequel is in development, and they've said this a bunch of times to a bunch of fans that want Sunset Overdrive sequels. They said, we're not working on thing, we have no plans, it'd be cool to develop stuff like that. And then again, when people have asked them about the Nintendo Switch and if they have any plans for that, and they outright said, nope, we're not making anything, it'd be cool to maybe one day make something on it. Now, when people asked about Ratchet & Clank, we got a very different response from Insomniac. If you guys will be seeing the tweet on screen, Danny Kaney B&N Lowers said at Insomniac Games, when will we see our next Ratchet & Clank? It's going sorry, this guy doesn't have like perfect grammar. It's going Commander Remaster? Thanks. Insomniac then replied, haven't announced anything in regards to the future of the series. And like, you guys note that this is not the only time they have replied with this. They have replied at least 2 or 3 times, and I believe after Ratchet & Clank was done, people have asked them about it and they said we're not developing anything. But now they replied at his letters and numbers, haven't announced anything in regards to the future of the series. They haven't announced anything. They didn't outright say, like they did with the other games that were not in development, that it'd be cool to make a game like this one day, with planning or like something like that. They pretty much said now, which is completely different to anything they've said for any of their games before, haven't announced anything in regards to the future of the series. If that doesn't confirm that they're possibly working on another Ratchet & Clank game as of now, I don't know what does. I mean, maybe you guys can say that's going a bit too analytical, but I believe that this could hint at another Ratchet & Clank game, and I feel like they already had a plan for the next Ratchet & Clank game before they even finished the Ratchet & Clank PS4 game that we did see released earlier last year on April. Basically, another thing that I do want to say is that go watch all my Ratchet & Clank Next sequel videos that I've done in the past. Sure, they're not the best of videos in comparison to some of my videos now, but they are pretty good. I do bring up a few points out there, points in them. And also, one thing that I did not talk about is that my first video that I did talking about second Ratchet & Clank remaster game, Going Commando, possibly something like that, along the lines of that, I actually had James Arnold Taylor, the voice actor of Ratchet. He pressed like on that video. Now, I know that's pretty awesome as well, but pretty much, at the time I had less than 100 subscribers, probably like 60, maybe even less, but that was before Ratchet & Clank even came out, and James Arnold Taylor only had 50 or so liked videos, and one of those videos was mine. So that was not only an honor, but also something very, very, suspicious. I mean, why would he like it? In my opinion, that video was the most cringiest video I've ever made. Okay, third most cringiest video I've ever made, and also one of the most quality videos that I've made. I brought up a few points in that video, and a lot of hints that could point towards the game being released, game being a possibility, but it wasn't a proper video, and James Arnold Taylor liked that video. He pressed the like button. Why he did that, I don't know. Why he might have done that, I can speculate. It might be because, I don't know, maybe it's hinting at something. I wouldn't say it's 100% true, because in my opinion, after seeing how Insomniac approach the movie and the Ratchet & Clank PS4, they sort of pretend, well, not pretend, yeah, but I mean, I don't even know what words to use, I'm sorry. But they're acting like it's completely a part of the original Ratchet & Clank story, and it's its own thing, and that's pretty much it. It was only for the movie, and that's pretty much it. So what makes me think is that, sorry for so much stuff-ups, but what I think this means is that I don't feel like we're going to get a Going Commando remaster or anything like that. I feel like the original Ratchet & Clank remaster that we did get was its own thing. It was just for the movie. There's no sequels for it. It's just its own thing to go along with the movie. So, and they're not going to be making more movies for Ratchet & Clank, I don't think. I mean, they did make a decent loss on the Ratchet & Clank movie, and the Sly Cooper movie is sort of is it going to happen, is it not? People don't know. But basically, I don't think that we're going to be getting a Going Commando reboot. It may because James Arnold Taylor liked that video that was about the Going Commando reboot, we could see a Going Commando reboot or a remaster even. But I think that they're going to be continuing on with the original story and maybe possibly making a trilogy again, or maybe making a proper solid game. I don't think they're going to be working on these short games. If they do make another Ratchet & Clank game, it's going to be a proper one, a proper sequel to the original series, possibly about the Lombaxes, possibly about, yeah, if it's going to be about anything, it's either going to be a completely new story about something we've never heard, maybe in a new galaxy or something like that. Maybe it could be a throwback, they go back to Solana or something. But Clank's story is pretty much done in the future series. Ratchet, he's still searching for the Lombaxes pretty much. I mean, I think it'd be awesome if they did a trilogy just based on the Lombaxes, having like where he finds the Lombaxes by the end of the first game. In the second game, he's like still he ditches Clank maybe for the Lombaxes, and third game is sort of like returns to Clank and they like save the Lombax something, and they're like, nah, we're gonna stick together and something like that. I don't know, but maybe that's gonna be another video where I'm gonna speculate more of that. But for now, that's pretty much it, guys. This was the video that I want to talk about, giving this possibility, telling you guys that there might be a Ratchet & Clank sequel or Ratchet & Clank game being in the development state, like being developed, being worked on right now. What stage it's in, probably nowhere near middle to finish. I doubt it. If we're gonna see the game, it'd be, I'd say the earliest we'd see something on the game by 2018, but to actually see the release of the game, it'd be probably 2019 or maybe even 2020. So that being said, we have come to the end of this video, and let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Do you guys think they are working on Ratchet & Clank game? And if they are working on Ratchet & Clank game, do you think it is a continuation of the original series, or if it's gonna be another remaster or reboot of, say, Going Commando, which was locked and loaded for I think every country that was in America, and or if they're gonna like remaster like Up Your Arsenal or something like that. So I hope you guys did enjoy. Like this video if you guys did, subscribe if you guys haven't already, and this was once again Legit MHX signing out.